welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Shri Mahants, Mahants, Tanedar Kotari, visitors, viewers, everyone sitting with us all over the world. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. So nice to see you all after a long time for Satsang. Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. Listen. The conclusions you arrive is the foundation for the life you are going to manifest. The conclusions you arrive now about everything is the foundation for the life you are going to manifest as future. For example, if you have right conclusion about Paramashiva, you will simply manifest him in your life. He will be your future. He will be part of your future. If you have confused conclusions about Paramashiva, you will have confusion manifesting in your life as your future. Understand, whether about Paramashiva, or about yourself, or about God, or about world, or about your family, wealth, even your conclusions about health, all your conclusions you have now becomes the blueprint for your future. All the cognitions you come, you arrive. When I say cognition, you can understand as conscious conclusions. Conscious conclusions. For example, sometimes you may not be really believing the capacity of fasting, but consciously you decide and come to the conclusion, fasting is the great support for my body to rebuild itself. I am coming to this as a conscious conclusion. Then it becomes cognition. That cognition, the conscious conclusion, whether today or tomorrow or within few weeks, it will manifest as your future, because any conscious conclusion does not die. It is a seed with life. Even on the solid rock, seed with life does not die. It waits for rock to get powdered, become sand, and the rain to shower, right ecosystem and atmosphere for it to sprout, and it sprouts. Conscious conclusions does not die. Conclusions you arrive forms the basis of your life, your existence, your future, your life manifestation. So, coming to right conscious conclusions is most important for manifesting health, wealth, intelligence, smartness, powerfulness, Paramashiva, powers, all the best things of life. Coming to conscious conclusions, right conscious conclusions is literally equivalent to manifesting the things you want. I'll give you some of the most beautiful, powerful conclusions Paramashiva himself gave me. Paramashiva himself gave me some of the most beautiful, powerful conclusions, cognitions. I will spell out everything. 1. Life has no complication. 2. Sometimes you believe people saying Paramashiva is far away in Kailasa. Sometimes you believe, no. Paramashiva is literally inside you, not somewhere far away in Kailasa. But listen to the truth. Paramashiva himself gave. He is in far away Kailasa and inside you as your very core existence, both. Understand? Is far away in Kailasa as the center, core of Brahmanda, Macrocosom. Same Paramashiva is inside you, depth, core of your existence, Microcosm, Pindanda, the center of Pindanda. It's like a time warp. Listen carefully. Listen intensely. I wanted to apologize to all of you for changing my satsang time, but I want to tell you, I just disconnect myself, unclutch myself from this concept of time and throw myself at the feet of Paramashiva. He just literally oozes out, I tell you. From the time I left India, literally I am sitting inside one room. Rarely I come out, that also for few minutes of walk. Otherwise, literally I am sitting inside my room. Most of the time like this in Padmasana. Most of the time like this in Padmasana. In Samadhi. Whenever Paramashiva settles, I come out and talk. When he just unclutches, he rests in Samadhi. I wanted to apologize for irregular timing for the satsang, but I commit with you, I'll give you the best things. It's like I am diving deep into the cosmos and getting the best pearls, best quality pearls for all of you. So tolerate my irregular timings. And if you are not able to attend the live satsang, it's okay. You can watch the recorded satsang. That is why I told the social media team, up my satsang completely. Let it be fully in YouTube, Facebook, everywhere, unedited. So you can come and enjoy whenever you want. Because of the freedom of being in samadhi, I am now having confidence to give to satsang more darshans, because I am not bound by the timing. I am interested in getting the best quality of the truths to all of you. That demands me unclutch from completely all time consciousness and time-bound decisions to get down from samadhi and all that. Now I am so happy that I have freed myself from that time-bound. I just rest in samadhi. When Paramashiva settles down and ready for the satsang, I inform the social media team, please announce the timing, 12 o'clock, satsang. And all of you are here. I am so happy for the people who are here for the live satsang. And I also want to tell you, even if you are not able to come for live, attend the live satsang. That is okay for me. But what I am sharing now is the most beautiful, powerful truths which directly works and directly from Paramashiva. So now listen. Paramashiva resides in Brahmanda, far away, center of the whole macrocosm. And he is residing inside you, core of you, microcosm, pindanda. It's like time warp. He and you are just directly connected. He is more you than you know as you. Listen, Paramashiva is more you than you even think as you. That is why I say this truth is Suddha Advaita. Even when you don't think you are in Advaita, even when you don't feel you are in Advaita, you are in Advaita. Even when you don't experience you are in Advaita, you are in Advaita. Even when you don't feel, believe, experience you are Paramashiva, you are Paramashiva. Suddenly you discover, hey, I was, I am, I will be Paramashiva. Oh God. It's like you discover the person on whom you had a crush also have crush on you. You had a secret crush on somebody. You were very reluctant to open up or to tell. You had always fear. But suddenly you discover that person is also having a secret crush on you. I tell you, when you wake up to this truth, exactly this is what you will feel about Paramashiva. Oh God, how much I am devoted to him. He is more devoted to me. He is more sincere to me than my sincerity to him. Oh God. He has more crush, more sincerity, more love, more integrity to me than my integrity to him, my sincerity to him, my passion to him, my love for him, my romance for him, my feeling connection for him, my oneness for him. I tell you, this is the conscious conclusion Paramashiva himself gave me. So, Anoraniyan Mahato Mahiyan Atma Guhayam. Center of the macrocosm, Brahmanda, and center of the microcosm, Pindanda, is one and the same. That is Paramashiva. Paramashiva is in Kailasa, center of the macrocosm, and is in your Anandaganda, center of your microcosm. Listen carefully. When I made a statement in Bididi, Bangalore, that sunrise was delayed, all the people who trolled me, abused me, made fun of me, not a single one of them did a simple research. See, just Google on that day, what was the expected time of sunrise as per Google? There are websites says very clearly the expected time of sunrise. And just call any one of your friend or a local person, find out what time actually the sun was seen in Bididi that day. That's all. See, it is a simple research. In the local, there are always many entities which documents the sunrise, sunset time, rain time for weather forecast. So find out from Google what was the expected time that day sunrise. Call those local bodies who monitor all these natural events. Ask them what was the time sun was seen. That's all. You will simply know what I was claiming is truth. You can find many reasons why this happened, that happened, scientific analysis or practical analysis, all that you can do. That is an expert. But no troll, nobody who was trolling me, abusing me, making fun of me, did a simple research. Because they are already brainwashed. All these things are impossible. Too much shit in their brain. Actually, their brain need to be really washed. They are too much brainwashed. They need washing of brain. So listen to the truth I wanted to explain. You are intensely, intimately, factually, really connected to cosmos. Any of your conscious movement can affect any planet in the universe. Consciously, the thoughts you release can reach Surya. Chandra, Kailasa. I tell you, with a simple devotion, what you know as devotion, humbleness, sweetness, just vibrate. Shiva, 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 Shiva. Shiva, 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 Shiva. Literally, this Shiva, this conscious japa, vibrates in Kailasa. Simple devotion. You don't even have to have a self-doubt about your devotion, the depth of your devotion. All that self-doubt towards your devotion is not needed. Whatever you know as devotion, whatever you know as love, whatever you know as humbleness, whatever you know as prayer, that's enough. Just with that, vibrating, offering what you know as you at the feet of Paramashiva, surrendering to Paramashiva. Shiva, 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 Shiva. You vibrate as him. He vibrates as you. You don't need to have any conclusion. How your life should be, should not be. After he starts vibrating in you, you start vibrating in him. Neither have greed, nor have fear, insecurity, or if you are not able to drop your greed or fear, don't even worry about that. You can tell Paramashiva clearly, I know I have to drop my greed, but I am not able to drop it. I know I have to drop my fear, but I am not able to drop it. I am dropping me at your feet. So you manifest, you vibrate. When you vibrate with him consciously, when you come to the conscious conclusion to vibrate with him, suddenly many fears which you think you can't drop, you forget. Not only you drop, you just forget you had those fears. Many greed which you think you can never drop, you just forget them. They become irrelevant to your existence. Shiva, 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 Shiva. The next conscious conclusion, life is Paramashanta. It has no complications. You may have delusion, but there is no complication, understand? I'll explain the difference between delusion and complication. When you are supposed to do yoga and maintain your health, you feel lazy and think about your wealth and fantasize about your rich life. And when you are supposed to work in the office, you feel tired because you did not maintain your health. When you are supposed to spend time with the family and inspire, excite and build relationship, you feel frustrated because you did not create wealth or did not bother about your health. And you vomit your frustration and break all the relationships. All this is due to the delusion you call this as complications. Listen carefully. When you name all these problems as complications, you will never find solution, because complication word is so complicated, it falls on you like a fish net. The moment fish net falls on you, you don't even think your teeth is more capable of any fish net's one layer. Just by teeth, especially if you are an Indian village boy, grew up biting the sugar can directly and chewing and eating, your teeth is capable. I tell you, all my Gurukul kids should get the sugar can and bite directly and eat. Stop this shit of making juice and drinking. Sugar can directly bite, chew. That's a very powerful exercise for the teeth. If your If you are a Indian village boy, grew up especially with the teeth which tasted sugarcane directly, you can simply bite any fish net and come out of it. But psychologically, the moment you feel it is a complication over, you will not only not try, you will literally have heart attack and die before even the fish net tightens you. Listen. One problem at a time. When it comes to health, okay, I will start doing yoga little by little. Let me address the problem. I may do it little by little, but I will start. Same way, when it comes to the time I am supposed to do the work, business, career, I will start performing. Drop this laziness, tiredness, boredom, start performing. When it comes to spending time with family, decide, I will swallow the frustration, take it out through enema. No question of vomiting it on these people. When you start, you will realize you had only delusions, not complications. See, when you know the real problem is delusion, you can just like that walk out. But if you give the title, complication, you will never even try. That is why I am saying, naming your problem matters to find solution. Name it as delusion, it is easy for you to walk out. The moment you consciously conclude it is a complication, you have committed suicide. I tell you from my own personal experience. The thick, multi-layer fish net put on me, multiple assassination attempts. Multiple assassination attempts. Defamation, literally destroying my identity from all angles. Enormous lawfare. Legal cases from multiple jurisdictions, from multiple countries. Snatching of all my properties. Stealing of the Sangha wealth. And culinary gang, traitor gang, infiltrating into Kailasa structure and imploding, claiming that they were near me, they know me more than common disciples, devotees, and collapsing them, destroying them, disconnecting them, spreading rumors and abuses, accusations, standing as a false witness for false accusations. These multiple thick layers of the fish net dumped on me. Paramashiva gave me the simple clarity. Whatever I am going through, whatever is dumped on me is delusion, not complication. So I started biting. Every small part of that fish net. My teeth are very good. Biting, biting, biting. Not only now I am free of this whole thick layers of fish net, I freed all my people are also. All my people are also freed. So listen carefully. How I attended one thing at a time. When they poisoned my body. I simply decided, okay, now it is time. I have to start detox process. So I started doing whatever I need to do, fasting, yoga, the whole detox process. Then defamation, false accusation, destroying my identity. I just started working with one person at a time. Every individual who come in contact with me, I started making them realize all these accusations are absolutely false. I could see very clearly one intense, sincere team started gathering around me. I tell you, your life is just the 100 people who are around you. Do not worry at all beyond that 100 people who make decisions about your life. Work. See, if you feel whole world is against you, that is complication. If you realize only the 100 people around you are against you, that is delusion. If you wake up to the truth, you can work with that 100 people and make them understand the accusations are false. That is solution. I am giving you the definition. If you feel whole world is against you, that is complication. You will never come out of it. You will never solve the problem. If you feel the 100 people around you who are making decisions in your life about your life, they are against you. That is called delusion. If you decide, I will start working with every individual, one at a time, who is part of my life, and make them realize, that is called solution. I simply started solving. I started working with one at a time. I have started clearly segregating who is interested to work with me, live with me. I started making them realize and all these accusations are false and started making them as part of me. And I tell you, within 1 or 2 years, not only I have built a beautiful team around me that will realize these accusations are false. For them, these whole accusations have become irrelevant. I have built such wonderful team around me, which has become like a soulmate, strength. Next, this whole defamation has become irrelevant in my day-to-day life. Then I started rebuilding myself. This whole destroying my identity, these attacks, sincerely, I started doing my hard work, what I am supposed to contribute to people. When I started doing that, suddenly I realized nobody hated me. If I believed what my haters wanted me to believe, you see, my haters wanted me to believe whole world hates me and collapse, die. Fortunately, Paramashiva gave me the knowledge, intelligence, blessings, energy. He himself manifested, he himself protected, he himself did everything. He did not let me believe what my haters want me to believe. When I started solving problems one at a time, when I started contributing, suddenly I realized, hey, really nobody hated me. I tell you, you will become invincible. Your image will become undamageable. Your identity will become uncollapsible. You will become Nithya, when you realize nobody hates you. People who hate you actually hate themselves. The shit which is inside them, they don't know how to take it out through the right hole, they vomit it. People who don't know how to take the shit right way from their body, they vomit their shit. So you should be sympathetic towards them. They vomit the shit through the same hole they eat the food. So I simply come to the clarity. A simple conscious conclusion happened in me. Nobody hates me. And I tell you, one at a time only I started dealing. Lawsuits, this lawfare, I think more than 100, 3-digit number of cases were filed on me in multiple jurisdictions. I started studying one by one, and all the lawyers who represented me in all different courts all over the world, if you talk to all of them, they will tell you, Swamiji is the legal strategist. Every case, every lawfare, every lawsuit, I will sit and read the paper end to end and pull out the law book, read the law end to end. I'll sit with that lawyer and discuss. This is what law says, this is what the false lawsuit, the lawfare, the false case says. So when we present these two, how the court will take the decision? What is the view practically court takes on this? Then I'll give a clear strategy. I tell you, more than 99.9% of the cases I won. All the properties grabbed, snatched from me, more than 80% of the properties I've retrieved, got it back. One at a time, one at a time, one at a time. Now, as far as health is concerned, I retrieved my health 100%. 100% health is retrieved. No effect of that poisoning, that assassination attempts, all that is gone. Mental health, it was never attacked. It could never be attacked because Paramashiva is residing there. Paramashiva is using this body. He is the being. So, mentally there was never a problem. Extreme stamina. Now, the stamina has only become more. Physically, the health, I retrieved 100%. This lawfare, more than 99.999% I won. All the property snatched away from us and Sangha, more than 80% we retrieved. The identity destroying, image destroying, brand destroying, defamation, hate speech, cyberbullying, from all this, literally we have recovered absolutely. The fellows who are abusing us are irrelevant to our life. And suddenly I also realized nobody hates me. People who are hating me or abusing me, just vomiting their shit because they are so frustrated with themselves. They have no direct relevance to my life. Just, it's like when you are driving in the car, going in the car, especially hilly region, you feel like nausea and vomiting. You don't choose a place where you really feel like you can't control anymore. You just stop the car and vomit, or lower the window and vomit. Same way, these guys are so much nausea inside, hatred, boiling, frustration about themselves and life and everything. They are just surfing and they don't know what to do. Where they can't control, they just, that's all. They are vomiting, they are shit, and they are going to be bothered about it. They are going to suffer it, then they are going to suffer the smell and everything. I don't have a problem. Anyone who is relevant to my life, decision makers of my life, I discovered that they are part of me and they don't hate me. Actually, no one hates me. I tell you, this understanding and clarity, these conscious conclusions, you can map it into your life and see, you will just manifest Paramashivatva, Paramashiva Padam. From this moment. I tell you, conscious conclusions you arrive is the manifestation of your life. I gave you the simple examples of health, wealth, social image, relationships, because you understand all these things. But there are deeper layers, power manifestation science, spiritual truths in all those spaces also. The conscious conclusions I decided and surrendered to Paramashiva. That simply started making Paramashiva himself manifest. I tell you, listen to this today's satsang deeply. Listen to this conscious conclusion. With your conscious conclusion, with a simple devotion to Paramashiva, or even with your complicated, convoluted devotion, that is okay. Because when I use the word simple devotion, then you again, there's an adjective called simple devotion, then there is a different definition. Whatever you know as devotion, with that, just bow down to him. Prabhu, whether you are in my Anandagandha or in Kailasa, consciously I offer myself to you. Shiva, 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 Shiva. Shiva, Shiva, Consciously, when you surrender, when you decide to offer, literally it vibrates in Kailasa. Literally it vibrates in Kailasa. Listen. Your simple hand movement can create a ripple in sun, moon, cosmos. Your simple conscious conclusion to surrender to Paramashiva and vibrate with Mahanada reverberates, vibrates in Kailasa. It's like time warp. Consciousness in you, Paramashiva is in Kailasa, both are one and the same, intensely, intimately connected through time warp. Understand? Listen sincerely, intensely. I'll give you some more conscious conclusions directly from Paramashiva. Your ability to withstand the hunger is knowledge, intelligence, Saraswati for you. Your ability to withstand the hunger is the knowledge power that transforms itself as your capacity to grasp the great principles, higher concepts, reality of life, knowledge that becomes Saraswati in you. Your ability to withstand the fear fantasies, terrorizing fear patterns, nightmares, that becomes Durga power, Durga Shakti in you. Your ability to withstand fantasies, lust, greed fantasies, not only the sexual fantasies, even the greed, the fantasies to have a big house, big car, your ability to withstand those fantasies without deluding your life's decisions is called Lakshmi power. I tell you, I am not against having beautiful car, large home, or best wife or husband. I am not against any of it. All I am trying to tell you is greed not putting you in delusion. Your greed should not make you forget the reality and delude you and make you take the decisions with stupid blind spots. Your ability to withstand your greed, lust, fantasies evolves as Lakshmi Shakti in you. You just apply Paramashanta Swarupa space in your lustful greed, intense sexual fantasies and bring Paramashanta in it. It transforms as Lakshmi power. If you apply Paramashanta Swarupa space, Paramashiva space on your fear, terrorizing patterns and fears and nightmares and fears which just makes you shiver, terrorizes you. If you apply Paramashanta Swarupa, Paramashivatva with on that fears, you develop Durga, Shakti. Same way hunger. When you develop the Paramashanta Swarupa on your hunger, practice Paramashanta Swarupa, Paramashiva space on your hunger and withstand. Your ability to withstand the hunger transforms itself as the capacity to know everything, Saraswati. Paramashanta in your Mooladhara, lustful fantasies is Lakshmi. Paramashanta in your Swadhisthana, terrorizing fears, is Durga, Devi. Paramashanta in your Manipuraga, hunger, is Saraswati, ability to know, knowledge, power. I tell you, being in Paramashanta brings tremendous health, knowledge, bliss in every dimension. Being in Paramashanta makes you understand life is not complicated, it only has a delusion. At the most, you have a delusion, nothing more than that. You are not a big guy that Paramashiva has to chase you and destroy you and put complications on you. Hey, come on. So understand. Come to the conscious conclusion. Every time you are able to tolerate your hunger, maybe I'll use a better word instead of tolerating, facing your hunger without dumping food, with Paramashanta, your body eats itself, rejuvenates itself, your brain eats itself, cleanses itself, rejuvenates itself, detoxes itself and evolves to grasp higher knowledge, higher power. I tell you, Lankanam Parama Aushadam, nothing like fasting when it comes to rebuild your body. Anyone wants enlightened body, Langanam Parama Aushadam. I am not even saying you should go for absolute fasting, no food at all. No. One meal a day is great. Give a rich food with vitamins, minerals, all you need. Fruits. Have a vegetarian meal. Don't kill animals for your food. Vegetarian meal, one full meal is okay. Other than that, the remaining full 24 hours, langanam parama aushadam. If you want to drink water to hydrate yourself, that is okay. One meal and only water after that meal. That can also be equivalent to fasting. That one meal, give all the minerals, vitamins, everything you need, fruits. Take the rich food, nothing wrong. That's perfect. I'll say one rich meal, not that food-like products. You see, all food-like products, plastic food, is middle-class meal. Natural, organic, fresh cooked is the royal meal. If you are a village farmer in India, the food you will eat is the royal king's food. A food in village, Brahmin house or Saivavelalar house, farmer house, that's a royal food. Freshly cooked, vegetarian, organic food. That's a royal food. Eat royally. One meal a day. And then whole day, remaining time, you can have water to hydrate yourself. Langanam parama aushadam. Nothing like fasting to rebuild powerful body. Build a powerful body. Same way, do not allow your fantasies to delude you, divert you from your goals. Stop sitting in negotiation table with women wearing exposing dress. If you sit with women wearing exposing dress in negotiation table for business, be very clear, you are going to fail in that negotiation. Sorry if you are hurt, but what I am saying is truth. Don't let your fantasies mess with the realities of your life. I am giving you raw example. I can give you more. Understand the concept. Ability to stand tall, powerful, peaceful in front of your lusty fantasies, greed fantasies, manifests as Lakshmi, power. Ability to stand tall with the fears which is literally breaking your mind, breaking you to pieces. Ability to practice Paramashantatva, Paramashivatva in front of those fears, insecurities, which is breaking you to pieces. Which is literally breaking you to pieces. Standing in front of that fear in Paramashivatva, in Paramashivatva, manifests as power of Durga. You will simply know what is the real danger, what is the delusion, fear. You will strategically handle the real danger without getting terrorized by delusionary fears. If you are terrorized by the delusionary fears, you will not be able to strategize to handle the real danger. Understand, in my case, biggest success is I stood as Paramashiva in front of all my delusionary fears, converted them as Durga energy. When I don't get terrorized by the fears, they just melt down. Just by making the fears melt down, I am empowered like Durga. I manifest power like Durga. And now I have enough energy to handle the real dangers very strategically. Very strategically. Understand, I tell you, one of the biggest conspiracy, thickest layer in that layers of fishnet I escaped. See, if I consider all the layers of fishnet plastic made, this one conspiracy layer, I'll call it as a steel net, steel wired net, which I escaped. I'll tell you, in India, the anti-Hindu gang has created such an ecosystem, you will be forcibly implicated in some crime. All Hindu leaders, Hindu gurus. I am sharing my experience openly, honestly with you all, keeping Paramashiva as witness. If you want to wake up and use my experience, you are free to use. But I am going to share it. I know the whole case. I have studied it thoroughly. With all this, I am telling you. First thing, false accusation will be dumped on the Hindu leader, that guru. And the whole ecosystem will be terrorized. His organization, his devotees, his ecosystem will be terrorized, shaken violently. Their survival need will be destroyed. Means they will not be able to get any donations, public fund. Their survival need will be disconnected. Like a water, food supply will be disconnected. Basic electricity, living, survival needs will be disconnected. When there was a false rape charge on me, my trust accounts were frozen. What my trust has to do with even the false accusation on me? If there was a false charges on me, I'll prove it in the court that it's a false, and whether police is able to prove their version or I am able to prove my version, we will see it in the court. And the funny thing, they arrested me for rape charge, and after keeping me in jail for 53 days, the CID shamelessly, the Karnataka CID department shamelessly comes to the court and says, we don't have any evidence for 376 rape charge on Nithyananda. In affidavit writing they were given in court. And then the court granted bail. But even then, they have to save their face. They arrested me, otherwise I'll go for malicious prosecution. So then they have to cook up a false victim. They beg, Amma, Taye, we got one accused, we want victim, please come, we will give you money, we will keep your name secret, please come, please come. In Facebook, in every social media they begged. They could not. Finally, they cooked up something which fell flat on their face, boomeranged on them, because they brought a person claiming having relationship with me multiple times. Only one small mess they made. The victim has multiple STDs which can be transmitted just by touch. Not even saliva is required. Saliva, sure, 100%. Even by when the skin is opened, just by the touch, that STD can be transmitted, multiple STDs. It boomeranged on them. But now what to do? They entered the war. So they cannot lose their face. Now it has become, it is no more whether I did some crime or not. They have to establish their right. So continuously leaking all false information to media and using the government machinery and destroying my name, my identity, my image. So multiple false cases can be filed. The whole lawfare game started. I tell you, after studying thoroughly all these attacks on gurus, I'll give you the exact template, model, how it is done. First, they will terrorize that organization and the guru by cooking up all kinds of false accusations, charges, police excess and everything. Now, somebody who is highly committed and devoted, inspired to that guru, feels so much of injustice is done to their leader and their community. And out of anger, he defends, he protects his guru from the people who are trying to kill the guru, the murderers. He defends, protects, that's all. But in that scuffle, anyone dies, whether the people who are attacking the guru or the disciple, anyone dies, the murder charge will be on the guru. And his life is sealed. That is what exactly the template. I tell you, this is the template. Exactly, that is the same conspiracy they were planning on me. When I smelled it, I realized, oh God. Because now CID has to save their face. They arrested me on false rape charge. Of course, I know the arrest was not even to legally prosecute me, to kill me, to eliminate me. It was assassination attempt. I saved myself. I detoxed myself. I saved myself. That itself was a shock for them. And then, after that, they were not able to finish me off. And I am continuing, flourishing, expanding. What to do? This is the final Brahmastra. Make somebody claiming as a devotee do some murder or crime and put that charge on Swamiji. The moment I smelled that conspiracy, I decided it is time to protect myself and this great gift Paramashiva has given to me, which has to be shared with the world, these power manifestation signs. Because if there is a murder charge, I cannot even get refugee status in any other nation. Murder charge is not given a refugee status or political asylum. So I saw very clearly the brilliant, I could see very clearly the culinary gang has penetrated the organization. And they have nicely created the fault line inside the Sangha. This culinary gang will always talk against the administration people. It's not that they are talking against the administration. They know they cannot directly talk against me. Then they will be found, we will find out that they are traitors and kick them out. So they will act as if they are for the Swamiji, but against the Sangha. That's the drama they will do. Created huge fault line inside the Sangha. Gathered lot of people on their side, blaming the administration. These criminal traitors, I saw they have surrounded me. Sangha is boxed in by the criminal traitors, well planned. Not just murderers, not just murdering me, assassination attempt, well planned conspiracy. If I am not getting killed, file a murder charge. Make a murder happen and file a murder charge and finish his life once for all. I saw very clearly the same plan, same conspiracy getting done, and it was almost about to get executed. Only then I decided. Understand? The charges they filed on me, the false cases, almost 99.99 cases I won already. The remaining 1 or 2, which drags on. Why they drag on? They just want to save their face. That's why they drag on. It's not that I dragged those cases, they dragged. So that, see, if they add some more crimes, stronger crimes, they can convict. So they were waiting. But the crimes they filed was very faltu, stupid, too cheap. Anybody with open mind sees, it's like open and shut case, it's a false case. Because the same persons filed the same charges on me in America, and in America I have proven my innocence. Not only I am acquitted, and those guys who filed the false case, they have been fined $1 million. I think $500,000 or something. They have been fined for putting false accusations on me. So it's just open and shut case, clear. Too much evidence on my side to prove my innocence. So these guys who wanted to destroy me, they were waiting to file a bigger case, false case, bigger. Because they know this case won't stand in the court. I smelled very clearly. At least this case, I will have protection somewhere outside. But if they file once murder charges, even that refugee status or the asylum won't be available. I decided it is time to protect myself and the Sangha and the great gift Paramashiva has given to me, the power manifestation science. Because I was not terrorized, mentally broken by the fears they were trying to induce on me, I was clearly able to strategize about the real danger. I did not get terrorized by the fears they were dumping on me. I was cool. So Durga evolved, manifested. She strategically planned and handled the real danger. I had enough energy to see the real danger and strategically deal the real danger, not terrorized by all these fears dumped on me. I could see very clearly, so I decided what I need to do. If I have to continue Paramashiva's mission, I have to do what I have to do to protect myself. I did it. Paramashiva saved me, and he gave the strategy. He himself executed, he himself made it. Not only he has protected me, he has made this whole Kailasa manifest. Listen to this satsang multiple times, you will understand what I am saying. All Hindu gurus, listen. Don't think if you don't do anything wrong, you will be treated just. You are safe. If you think like that, you are brainwashed. It will be too late by the time you wake up, because I was brainwashed with the same idea. I had the same wrong conclusion. It was a rude shock for me. Working for Hinduism is wrong in India. Thinking for Hinduism is wrong in India. This truth was told to me in a very rude way. Terrorized way. Of course, I did not get terrorized by Paramashiva's grace. The enemies were trying to eliminate me, the conspirators. They were very powerful people. Paramashiva is more powerful than them. I wanted Hindu Sannyasa Sampradaya to flourish all over the world. But I wanted Hindu Sannyasa Sampradaya in India. O Hindu Gurus, wake up to the truth. You are in the middle of Kurukshetra, war. I tell you, they tried the same thing on me. It is Yogananda Swami who saved me. Sri Nitya Yogananda in Biddi campus, multiple times he saved me. You can see the video records. When they were trying to kill me, while I was supposed to go for the medical examination. They know for the medical examination I have to come. So it was a murder attempt. Sri Yoga sat in my place and faced that attack. He was body doubling for me. And same way, Maachala and few sadhus, they took the beating when in the 2012, when the gang was entering into our campus and attempting to assassinate me. They pushed me inside the Rajya Sabha, green room, and they took the beating. And suddenly the people were killing the murderers, the criminals, when they were attacking and the bleeding was happening to our sadhus, they realized it was not me, the body double. We have a whole CCTV footage and whole video record. But what will you do with all this? They would have killed me if I continued to stay in India. They would have killed me and they would have named it as a mob lynching and nobody will be convicted. At the most, my disciples will keep my body and cry for a few days and then do the samadhi and put a temple and small temple will be running. That's it. Finished. The great Hindu revival would have been snubbed in the bud. But fortunately, Paramashiva saved me. Paramashiva strategized and saved me. Kala Bhairava is protecting me. I am telling you, it's not once, multiple assassination attempts. And when I was coming back from the hospital, Sri Mokshapriyan faced the brunt, and he body doubled, and he got beaten. His car was demolished, destroyed, beaten, bleeding, hospitalized. I was saved. Otherwise, because he was sitting in the place where I am supposed to sit. He body doubled and took the whole attack on him. I tell you, multiple places, they would have eliminated me. Kalabhairava protected me and protecting me still now. He will protect me forever. Not getting terrorized by those attackers, I could see very clearly where is the real danger and strategically deal the real danger. The gang which was trying to either kill me or put me in jail once for all, life sentence. Their plan was either I should be killed or a murder charge should be put on me. Some charge which seals my life in prison. That was their plan. I saw it has come to the level of execution. And they nicely built their network inside the campus. Because they need somebody who is claiming as my devotee to do the crime, so that the crime can be attributed on me, and actually after some 1 or 2 years that person will be let out. Because he was actually, after all, their person who's done this crime for their sake. I know the whole ecosystem, how it functions. I thoroughly studied how media manipulates, and the disciples are claiming to be disciples are made to do crimes, and how that crime is dumped on the leader. So be very clear. If you are not terrorized by the fears, you build a conscious stamina called Durga, Shakti, with which you can very clearly know the danger and strategically deal it. That's what Paramashiva did for me, with me, in me. Listen to this satsang, come to these powerful conclusions. You will simply manifest Paramashivatva. You will simply manifest Paramashivatva. Before they could file false murder charges on me, I escaped and saved myself. By Paramashiva's grace, he himself, actually Paramashiva himself saved me. Listen to this satsang again and again. Come to powerful conclusions. Manifest Paramashivatva. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam. The state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.